Guest of Honor, Prime Minister Mr. Lee Hsien Loong, Dr. Vivian Balakrishnan, Minister for the Environment and Water Resources, Ms. Grace Fu, Minister, Prime Minister's Office, Excellencies, Ambassadors, High Commissioners, HYFLUX Board of Directors, friends from all over the world, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening and welcome to Tuaspring Desalination Plant. First, I would like to thank Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong for accepting our invitation to officiate the opening of our Tuaspring Desalination Plant. I still remember clearly the opening of Sing Spring Desalination Plant 8 years ago on 13 September 2005, when Prime Minister turned on Singapore's 4th national tap. Tuaspring is Singapore's 2nd desalination plant and among the world's largest seawater reverse osmosis desalination plants by capacity. The plant adds another 318,500 cubic meters per day of desalinated water to Singapore's water supply and contributes towards sustainability and helps to meet the long-term demand for water. Today is an especially proud moment for all of us at HYFLUX. What makes up Tuaspring? I would like to summarize in numbers as they tell a better story. In total, we have gone through 24 months of construction, poured through nearly 5,000 sheets of engineering drawings, laid 48 kilometers of pipes, installed over 45,000 modules of membranes with an equivalent membrane area covering some 400 football fields, utilized 15,000 metric tons of steel, pour in some 61,000 cubic meters of concrete, and all these are the works carried out by 800 staff and workers with a total of 2.5 million man-hours. My staff will tell you that this does not include those hours that they stay up all night to ensure that the plant is completed on time and, more importantly, performs efficiently as designed. Tuaspring showcases HYFLUX strength in multidisciplines, leveraging on our in-house capabilities that cover membrane research and manufacturing, design, engineering, procurement, construction, operations and maintenance, legal and finance. It is in HYFLUX culture to continually take on new challenges and provide the best solution for each of our projects. In designing Tuaspring, we decided to think out of the box. We took the uncharted course to integrate an on-site 411 megawatt combined cycle gas turbine power plant to supply electricity to the desalination plant. This integration will ensure that Tuaspring is not just self-sufficient in its energy requirement, it also allows us to produce desalinated water at a competitive cost. Excess power produced from the plant will be supplied to the national grid. This project is the first integrated water and power project in Singapore and in the region. Combined with our proprietary crystal ultrafiltration membrane technology, we have been able to provide the most compelling and innovative solution in desalination to meet Singapore's needs. Tuaspring desalination plant's compact design also reduces footprint by more than 30% in comparison to Sing Spring desalination plant. In developing the landmark project for Singapore, we are grateful to have the unwavering support of various individuals, agencies and partners. We thank Minister Balakrishnan for his personal interest in this project. He paid us a visit one evening after Parliament sitting to view the progress of the plant, and we noticed that his Facebook posting of the plant had garnered many likes. We also had the pleasure of hosting Mr. Choi Shing Kok, Permanent Secretary, MIWA, Mr. Tan Chi Pao, Chairman PUB, and Mr. Chiu Man Leong, Chief Executive of PUB, at various stages of the plant's progress. Our partnership with PUB goes back many years, and we could not have asked for a better business partner and customers. Our partnership has certainly strengthened further with this latest collaboration. We thank the various teams in PUB, especially the Best Sourcing Department, for working hand in hand with us. We would also like to thank EDB, JTC, NEA, IE Singapore, and SLA for their assistance in this project and their continued support of HYFLUX. Many of our suppliers have also become our partners as we have worked on many projects together, and I'm happy to see many of them here to celebrate with us today. I'm also grateful for the many well-wishers from our foreign dignitaries and friends representing some 50 countries who are here to celebrate with us tonight. I'm also very happy to announce that we have just signed the Tuaspring project financing loan document with Maybank. We thank both teams from Maybank and HYFLUX for their hard work to complete this transaction. I would like to end my speech by acknowledging the excellent work put in by my staff in ensuring the timely completion of this plant. This is one of the most challenging projects in terms of the tight timeline that the HYFLUX has undertaken, and once again, my staff have not let me down. It is always very heartwarming to see them working together as a family, and many of them have been with me through various projects. I salute them for embracing HYFLUX culture of can-do attitude. While the desalination plant is now completed, our work continues with the on-site power plant. We look forward to its completion and connection to the national energy grid. We will continue to work closely with EMA and Singapore Power on this. Thank you and have an enjoyable evening.
Ms. Olivia Lam, Executive Chairman and Group CEO of HYFLUX, Ministers Vivian Balakrishnan and Ms. Grace Fu, Mr. Tan Ji Po, Chairman of PUB, Mr. Chiu Man Leong, CEO of PUB, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy to be here to open the Tuaspring desalination plant today. This is Asia's largest seawater reverse osmosis desalination plant and our second desal plant after Sing Spring. It will triple the size of our fourth national tap, which is desalination, for providing potable water in Singapore, together with our other three taps, our local water catchments, our imported water from Johor, and new water. HYFLUX won an international competition to design and build this plant. It reflects HYFLUX's capabilities in this rapidly growing industry because theirs was the most unique and cost-efficient design. They generate electricity on site and have reduced the costs of producing desal water, and they also were able to build a plant on budget and in record time. So I congratulate Ms. Olivia Lam and her team. Well done. Tuaspring is the latest milestone in Singapore's water journey. We've come a long way since we became an independent nation in 1965. Then we were almost totally dependent on our imported water from Johor. Today, we are able to supply a large part of our water needs ourselves. We have resilience in our system. Even if there's a drought, we are prepared. And Singaporeans enjoy a clean and reliable supply of water and modern sanitation everywhere. What was once a strategic weakness has become a source of thought leadership and competitive advantage. How did we do this? First, with political leadership, treating water as a matter of survival and not just as an ordinary resource. One major step, which was a big political decision, was to price water properly in Singapore. It was a difficult decision because very few countries have done it, and it affects every household. But it is the way to make people take water seriously, take conservation seriously, to minimize wastage and abuse. Secondly, we have got here through partnerships. The government didn't act alone. It enjoyed the support of Singaporeans, understanding our circumstances, keeping our catchments clean, cherishing this precious resource. We had collaborations with academia and industry to explore and pilot new technologies and to develop our infrastructure for water in creative ways through public-private partnerships like this one. And we're grateful for your cooperation and support. Thirdly, and a critical reason for our success, has been the Public Utilities Board. It was established 50 years ago in 1963 with an important mission: to build up adequate and reliable sources of water to support our expanding population and economy. And the PUB has been the key to securing our water resources. They expanded our existing reservoirs, McRitchie, Pierce, and Seletar. They created new ones in Kranji or Bedok. They developed innovative technologies and schemes to collect rainwater from urban catchments, so that today 2/3 of Singapore is our water catchment area. They promoted R&D to develop new sources of water, researching recycling water and desalination way back in the 1970s. Then the costs were still too high. We didn't implement it yet, but we kept an active interest. And when membrane technology progressed and became cheaper and more sophisticated in the 1990s, PUB's earlier work enabled it to launch new water and to implement desalination on a large scale. And so we developed our water industry, partnering researchers and industry to conduct joint R&D and growing the capabilities of our water companies, which now operate in 24 countries around the world. By 2030, 15 years or so from now, we will, with new water and desalination, be able to meet 70% of our water demand. Half our water will be new water, that means recycled, and 1/5 of our water, 20%, will come from desalination plants. So I hope Singaporeans will continue to help us by saving water and keeping our catchment areas and waterways clean, because all of us have a part to play to keep our water future bright and secure. So now I'm very happy that we are declaring the Tuaspring desalination plant open. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, I'd like to also invite a few distinguished guests to come on stage to join us. First, please put your hands together for Minister for the Environment and Water Resources, Dr. Vivian Balakrishnan, together with Minister, Prime Minister's Office, Second Minister for the Environment and Water Resources, Second Minister for Foreign Affairs, Ms. Grace Fu, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of the Environment and Water Resources, Mr. Choi Shing Kwok, Chairman of PUB, Mr. Tan Ji Po, Chief Executive of PUB, Mr. Chu Man Leong, Executive Chairman of Group CEO HYFLUX Limited, Ms. Olivia Lum, to join VIPs on stage. All right, now that our VIPs are actually in position, please first allow me to explain the whole procedure. Now, at the center of this launch pedestal, you can see, is a replica of HYFLUX proprietary crystal membranes, which are used in the pre-treatment process at Tuaspring Desalination Plant. And now I'd like to invite all guests in this ballroom to actually join me in doing the countdown of 3 together, and thereafter our VIPs will place your right palm to press on the cap of the membrane to activate the launch mechanism. So, ladies and gentlemen, so are you ready for that? All right, so here we go. 3, 2, 1. Congratulations! Tuaspring Desalination Plant is now officially launched. Now the number 318,500 cubic meter a day shown in the animation indicates the capacity of the plant, Tuaspring Desalination Plant. Now this marks another major step in the Singapore's journey towards the sustainability of water. Once again, a big round of applause to thank Prime Minister for his warm attendance to grace this occasion.